What's up, guys? This is Justin Coffin for the 330 Sports Show. In the top left corner, we have Lexi Walters. You probably know her from WKBN. She's been a guest on the show. Bottom left, we have Laura Zavadil, owner of Megabarre. She's also been on the show. And Greg Kirchner, bottom right, he is on the show like every third show. So he's always on. So what we're going to do something a little different. We are going to do a best dance scenes in a movie draft. We're just going to have a little bit of fun with it. Laura and Lexi have the dance backgrounds. I think Greg and I have a little bit of dance moves with like some Liquid Courage probably mixed in there. But the only caveat for this is you cannot pick a dance scene from a musical. So no Chicago, no Grease, none of that stuff. So you're going to go with any random movie. You can say the movie, you can say the scene, you can say the song, whatever, and we're just going to go with it. So we randomly draft order. It's going to go Laura, then Lexi, then Greg, then me, and it's going to snake back on the way back. So we're just going to go with it, have fun with it, and we'll see what we come up with. So Laura, we're going to start with you. And why don't you give us your favorite dance scene from any movie?
So I'm going to go with Center Stage.
Okay.
It's a classic dance movie from it's probably 2000, maybe 1999.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it counts as a musical, but it's definitely a dance inspired movie. Yeah, and I don't have, probably the red dress scene when she's like at the very end of the movie. Do you remember? What's the song? I can't remember the song right now, but it's like Jamiroquai, I think.
Okay.
But with the red, yeah, the very end of Center Stage.
All right, good deal. So Center Stage, first round. Lexi, what do you got?
All right, we'll give you that one. My favorite dance movie is Flashdance. I have been watching it since I was a child, which is like a little disturbing considering the whole thing's about a stripper, and I was like 6. I'm like, what's this? So yeah, that's gonna be my favorite dance movie. The scene in it that I'm picking is actually the one, or one of the dancers like at the bar does Manhunt.
Okay.
She covers herself head to toe in glitter and does a dance.
Okay. All right. Very good. So Flashdance and Center Stage. Greg, what do you got? Third pick.
Okay, so I'm going a little bit of a different direction. I'm going to go to Pulp Fiction, one of my favorite movies. So the twist off scene with John Travolta and Uma Thurman, and that made me think for many years that if you just go out on the dance floor and do this right here, that you're doing all right. So I appreciate that scene very much. It's a great scene, a great movie.
Okay. All right. Pulp Fiction, Flashdance, Center Stage. I have the 4th and 5th pick. So I'm going to go with the most obvious one, I think. I'm going to go with Dirty Dancing. Kind of the end scene, though. I think like I just randomly think of that scene as probably like a classic that everybody probably knows. So nobody puts Baby in a corner, and it's going in the first round here. So Dirty Dancing. And my second pick, a little bit different theme, more of a comedy movie. I'm going to go with Mrs. Doubtfire when he's dancing to Dude Looks Like a Lady with like the sweeper and all that stuff. So I'm going with Mrs. Doubtfire. And Greg, it's back to you.
Okay. So I'm going to go again, kind of shift gears to maybe one that's maybe not on a lot of lists, but it's actually my favorite scenes in any movie, let alone dance scene. Son of a Woman with Al Pacino. There is a scene, if you've not seen it, definitely Google it. There's a tango scene. So Al Pacino plays like a blind man. I won't get into too many details, but he basically does this tango. And it's amazing. The acting's amazing. It's a really cool scene. Music's great. So Son of a Woman.
Okay. All right, Lexi, back to you.
All right, this one's an easy one. It's my favorite movie, like dance movie, any movie. Titanic, when they're in steerage and they do the dance.
Okay.
To the band.
That's a good one.
Cool.
That is good. All right.
Can any of you guys stand on your
Yes. Do you want to know why? Because of that movie.
Oh my god. That looks like the most painful thing ever.
I'd be breaking my ankles in my kitchen growing up trying to do it. My mom's like, would you stop?
Laura, because you've been like a professional dancer in like Tokyo and for Disney and stuff. Do they make you do that kind of stuff at tryouts?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I had a tryout. I found out a week before this audition that I was going to, that I had to be in point shoes. Which if you go to a ballet school, you know, you grow up learning how to do that properly. Well, I didn't go to a ballet school, and I had to learn how to do point in a week in order to audition for the show and not look like an idiot. And I did. So yeah, I called up my old ballet instructor and I said, you need to teach me how to put these on and how to do this. And I did. Got to the audition, and turns out that was my first professional job that I ever got offered. And then in the job for the next 10 months, I had to do point as part of my job. So it was like one of those random things that thankfully I was able to catch on to quickly, because if I didn't have a good, you know, solid basis, I don't think I would have been able to. But most kids nowadays, they learn that growing up. But
Well,
not
and too,
me.
those destroy your feet. Like, I can't
Yeah.
imagine how much you had to practice in it for a week to be able to be ready for an
Oh yeah,
audition. Oof.
I would have bleeding blisters. You would take your feet out, just like in that center stage movie. That you take your shoes off and your toes are just blood everywhere. And yeah,
Yeah, you guys think of like, or people think of like football or basketball or baseball, you know, like whatever sport being tough, but you know, you got that dance profession, that is not easy, and you have to have a lot of mental and physical toughness to it as
oh,
well.
for sure. It is. Yeah. But then you just get used to it. Your feet get accustomed to it. But yeah, I had to throw those on last minute and pretend I knew what I was doing.
All right, well, Laura, you are up for 2 picks, so
Okay.
So you're gonna make the next 2 here.
Okay, I'm gonna go with, and this is not a movie that everybody have it maybe not seen, but it's sort of newer. La La Land.
Okay.
You guys have seen that?
So you mean,
So, yeah. So I would say
you mean California?
oh, did I take all yours? So the opening scene, super impressive in that opening scene. They just start dancing in the middle of a California freeway. I love a lot of things about that movie, but that really stands out. It's a really good movie if you haven't seen it. Ryan Gosling, yeah, so good. And then another one I would say, and She's All That. So that's, you know, another 90s movie. It's when they're at the prom. I don't remember the song off the top of my head, but they're like at the prom.
You know what?
I'm saying?
I know it because I have it written down. I think it's like Rockefeller Skank or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Who would have known everybody that went to our high school was a professional dancer?
Yep.
And I think, wasn't it Usher was the DJ too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's a good
I used to think that movie was like so good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good one.
And by the way, I don't know if you didn't hear, Lexi is joining us from California. So, you know.
That's why I said, I was like, oh, you mean LA?
LA,
Yeah,
La
La La Land.
But straight dedication. We appreciate you joining us from California. So
couldn't be happier to do it.
All right. Well, you are up for the 10th pick here, Lex.
Okay, so this one I think is going to be one that a lot of people are going to like. It's from Wolf of Wall Street, where he's like on the dance floor, you know?
Oh, yeah.
For Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm a big Leo fan. This is my 2 for 3 right now. So yeah, when he's like on the dance floor and he's like doing the moves.
Oh yeah.
Which, who knew Leo could put it down like that?
Ironically, Greg and I were at the Ohio State game yesterday, and I think you know, the term dancing on Quaaludes was brought up at some point.
We spent about 5 minutes talking about that scene in Quaaludes. Not that we've ever taken them, but everything I learned about Quaaludes, I learned from Wolf of Wall Street.
From that movie.
You consider those good moves. I consider those pretty good moves. It's pretty.
I mean, they're not bad.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Greg, well, what do you got next? You got the 11th pick here. You're up.
I'm gonna go from good moves to maybe not so good moves, but one of my favorites is Hitch.
That's a good one.
I love that movie. But the scene when he's teaching Kevin James how to dance and what to do and what not to do is awesome, hilarious, and really so good. And then as a bonus, the closing credit scene in Hitch is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
When they're all dancing, that's really cool too. So it's some good dance scenes in Hitch.
Very good. Very good pick. All right. I have two here, the 12th and 13th. I'm going to go with This Is the End, where the Backstreet Boys are, it's literally it's the song Everybody. And the movie This Is the End, it's with Jonah Hill, it's with Seth Rogen, and they basically all die. And then in heaven, the Backstreet Boys and everybody else that's in the movie break it down to everybody. If you have not seen that movie, it is freaking hilarious. You can just even Google that scene. It's great. The dude from The Office, Daryl's in it. There's a bunch of like McLovin's in it, all those guys. So highly recommend that one. And then the next one I'm gonna go with is I'm gonna go with Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Twist and Shout, when he's in the parade, and I think that was the Beatles song when that song comes on. So I'm gonna go with that one. So Twist and Shout, Ferris Bueller. So those were my third and fourth round picks. So Greg, you're up next.
All right. So I thought you may have taken this in these last two here, but I'm gonna go with Napoleon Dynamite for my next pick. His solo dance number, which that was a Jamiroquai song too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Just you can argue whether they're good moves or not, but it's very entertaining, and that movie is kind of a oddball movie that kind of grows on you the more you watch it, and it's trying to turn into a classic. And so I'm gonna go with that.
Okay. All right, Lex, we're back to you.
I almost forgot about this one, but this was like where everyone fell in love with Channing Tatum, like pre-Magic Mike when he was in Step Up. Was that gonna be yours?
Yes, you stole it.
And I brought him and Jenna together. So
okay. All right. Is it Step Up or Step It Up?
Step Up.
Okay. All right, very good. All right, Laura, you got two more.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go with, because you stole mine. Do you guys remember Girls Just Want to Have Fun?
Ooh. The song?
No, the movie.
Oh, no.
So this is an
Sarah
80s,
Jessica Parker.
Yeah, 80s movie, Sarah Jessica Parker, and who's the blonde girl who was in her friend Lynn. She was Not About You.
Helen Hunt?
I can't think of it.
Helen Hunt.
Sarah Jessica Parker. It's a fun 80s movie about her auditioning on dance TV, and she sneaks out of her house and gets in trouble to try to audition. And I would say one of my favorite scenes in that movie would be when they are at the audition on stage, and it's like outside, and her the guy that she ends up dating in the movie, but they kind of having a little dance off with each other, and all the tricks and round off back handsprings and all the fun stuff, and they're going back and forth. But I love all the dancing in that movie. That's just a classic to me, so it's a good one.
Okay. All right.
Oh, and then one more.
Yep, you got one more.
Okay, this is also an old one. Back to the Beach. This might be considered a musical. I don't know. Pee Wee Herman's in this one, makes an appearance at the end. That dance scene would probably be a good one when he does when he flies off into space at the very end. But I would also say I like when they're on the beach and they do a pajama party, and they somehow get the entire beach to all do the same dance, all in their pajamas, and it's just fun. Yeah, with Annette Funicello and Frankie Avalon. Yeah.
Okay, Greg, I'm glad this is why they're on, because I've never heard of that damn movie.
Yeah, me neither. That one, yeah. No, it's good. I feel like we have kind of two different drafts happening simultaneously right now. Like, I'm
The
like,
left
yeah,
side of the
Napoleon,
screen and the right.
that one when Napoleon Dynamite does that dance, and then you guys are definitely more on the technical dance side, which is great. Yeah, these are some under the radar ones, definitely. But I'll check them out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, and that movie's called Back to the Beach, you said?
Back to the beach. You must
Interesting.
watch it.
All right.
Mhm.
All right, very good. Lex, you're up.
See, I want people to get on board with mine with my picks. So I'm picking the obvious ones, I feel like. So this one, I don't know if this is gonna count because it's technically a cheerleading movie, but they're really
Ooh.
not cheerleading. And I was gonna say the first Bring It On, but I feel like the third Bring It On should be like my pick.
It could be all of them.
I know. Can I just say
Yeah,
no?
what-
Because those are the only two that matter. Like the other ones are like suck. I don't want to taint my pick.
We can lump them all into one. We'll just say
Okay.
Bring It On. We'll just say the
Okay.
Bring It On scenes.
Which
Okay.
one is the third? There's Bring It On Again, and then what's the third one?
So Bring It On Again is the third one
Oh, I got you. Okay.
with Hayden Panettiere. But so there's a couple good ones in there. There's one at the end when they're like performing for Rihanna and they're all like dressed in camouflage outfits and they're like doing a dance off like back and forth. But then in the first Bring It On, I love I don't know what the song is, but it's like when the Clovers, it's their first like performance that when they go and see them, and it's like na 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 na. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, yep.
It's
That's
so
like
good.
my favorite.
Okay.
I think I've seen, Justin, you might be the same as me. I've seen Bring It On many more times than I would care to admit.
Yeah. I'm a little
Probably double
embarrassed.
digits. Probably double digits.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of those you can't not watch it when it's on TV.
No.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was a big I can't even think of her name, Eliza Dushku fan growing up. I think I might have had a slight
That's the brunette, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Yeah. I wasn't a huge fan of what's her name? Kirsten.
Kirsten
Dunst.
Dunst.
Kristen
Yeah.
Dunst.
Wasn't a big fan of her, but Eliza Dushku was pretty solid. So nothing wrong with that. Greg, you are up with your next pick here.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to Little Miss Sunshine. If you guys have seen that movie,
Oh,
there's a really hilarious dance scene at the end of the movie. It's a really good movie if you haven't seen it, but yeah, it's a beauty. This girl's trying to go to like a beauty pageant, and she gets there, and her dance is a little bit not like the others, and it's really a really good scene. And that was actually Steve Carell's in that movie before he was really Steve Carell. It was like pre-Office Steve Carell. But really good scene, turns into a group dance scene, but definitely look that one up if you haven't seen it. It's pretty funny. Super is the song too that it happens to. So
All right.
Cute.
All right, good deal. All right, Greg, you're gonna laugh at me when I make this pick. If anybody doesn't know, Greg's like kind of a cheesy rom-com guy. Well, like you like the chick flicks. Let's not lie, you do. But I really like this movie, Love Actually, and I'm going with the Hugh Grant dance scene to the Pointer Sisters. So
it's so good. I love that movie.
I mean, he's such a terrible dancer, but it's so bad it's good. So I'm going with that one because I just think it's hilarious. So Love Actually, the Hugh Grant scene. So I'm going to be making my last pick here, and then so we'll each have one more pick on around the horn here. So my last pick I'm going to go with, there's so many good ones that I have on here, but I'm going to go again with another cheesy but kind of funny one. I'm going to go with American Wedding, the Stifler dance-off scene in like kind of the gay bar. And I just thought that was the best, funniest part of that entire movie. And it's just so good. The music's good. The dancing's not great, but it's funny. So I'm going with American Wedding with my last one there. So
Nice.
So Greg, you are going to make your last pick here.
okay. Yeah, my list is running a little low, so I'm going to kind of go to go to one that's, I guess, more of a layup. So I'm gonna go to, and frankly, I haven't seen this movie in a long time, but I'm gonna go to Saturday Night Fever, which is, I mean, essentially a dance movie. I don't have a scene in mind necessarily, but I know a lot of really good dancing. It's kind of back when John Travolta was a little less creepy than he is now.
Well, I was going to cut you off because you've picked Pulp Fiction and Saturday Night.
Shade.
That is true.
Anybody, I like John Travolta is probably one of my least favorite human beings on planet Earth. So I'm just going to throw that out there. And like Greg said, you know, a little less creepy back then, but the weird meter has definitely tilted in his favor since then. But he is a good dancer, I will say that. So, all right, Lex, you are up with your last pick here.
Okay. Oh geez, it's like I'm down. I have a couple, but okay. I feel like I have to go with the obvious one, which is Magic Mike, because there's so much just phenomenal dancing in that movie that we can't leave it out.
Okay. Greg, I'm going to just ask you, have you seen Magic Mike? I have not.
Shockingly, I have not seen Magic
Okay.
Mike.
I would encourage you.
Laura, I'm sure you've
But
seen.
Magic Mike 2 is better than Magic Mike 1.
Cool. I didn't see the second one.
Is that Magic Mike?
It's the storyline is way better. The dancing isn't as good.
Is that XXL? Is that the one? Is there only been 2? Okay.
Yes, unfortunately.
All right, Laura, you are up with your final pick here.
Okay, I thought I was gonna struggle, right? But then the more we kept talking, I was coming up with ideas. So, all right, I'm gonna do this one. Do you guys remember 13 going on 30?
Yes. Yep.
With Jennifer, what's her name?
Garner.
Yep.
And they do the Thriller when they're So I'm gonna do that one. That was really cute, and it's a classic. It's a classic movie, feel good movie.
That's good. Yeah, I almost actually took that with my last pick too. So good call.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Good call on that one. All right, so we made it all the way through 24 picks. Let me real quick just rename the movies. So Center Stage, Flashdance, Pulp Fiction, Dirty Dancing, Mrs. Doubtfire, Son of a Woman, Titanic, La La Land, She's All That, Wolf of Wall Street, Hitch, This Is the End, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Napoleon Dynamite, Step Up, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. I think I wrote that down right.
Yep.
Back to the Beach, Bring It On 3. Oh yeah, wait. We said Bring It On 1, 2, and 3 all together.
Just 1 and 3.
Okay. Little Miss
I'm like adamant about this.
Little Miss Sunshine, Love Actually, American Wedding, Saturday Night Fever, Magic Mike, and 13 going on 30. That's a pretty solid list. Are there any movies that you just want to say that maybe we forgot before we finish this up?
There is one that I was thinking about that I was gonna pick it because it was kind of like an oddball. But do you remember the movie Teen Witch?
I was gonna say that one.
So good.
Top Hat? Were you gonna say Top Hat?
When she's like, it's more of like a rap performance, but yes.
Yeah.
Why I love you, Lexi.
Is that
nobody would know that?
Nobody.
You know what? My sister loved that movie, so I know that scene very well. I've never seen.
She's on the bike.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, does she like hypnotize him or something?
No, she puts a spell on her best friend so that she can be like cool and hip, so she can go up and like confront this guy. Oh, classic.
Oh my god.
Good one. Hey, and I will say another one. Because I got into a bunch of 80s movies over the summer. Do you guys remember Mannequin?
Oh yeah.
Kim Cattrall.
Okay.
There's a scene in that one where he dances with her and she comes to life, and then somebody walks in and then she goes back to being a mannequin, but they're like doing a slow dance in the store lobby in at nighttime when everybody's not there. I like that one too.
Okay. Greg,
what about you boys?
Yeah, these are all girly ones.
That's all right. Greg, you got
any honorable mentions?
Yeah, I mean, since this is a sports show, I know there's a few sports. We probably had a few sports ones on our list, but I don't think we had a sports one drafted, right? So remember the Titans comes to mind.
Yes.
A League of Their Own. There's that kind of interesting choreographed dance scene, and it just all happened. It's just, you know, I gotta love the scenes in these movies where everybody just knows the right moves to make, and they're doing these like high acrobatic dance moves, but that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I have a soft spot for Fever Pitch, and we've talked about this one. I think Justin, you and I talked about this before. When they're dancing for he's dancing for season tickets, and they dance party on Jimmy Fallon's apartment.
That's good. The only sports movie I had on mine was The Replacements, when they're in the jail and they do I Will Survive. I thought that was a pretty good one. I also had written down the Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper scene. I can't remember the movie's name.
Silver Linings Playbook.
That's it.
Oh.
That's it. So those were, and obviously there's the Tom Cruise Risky Business. I think everybody knows that one. So those were, I guess, my main ones. But I thought this was pretty fun. I
just thought of one more.
Oh,
one
go
more.
for it.
Jingle Bell Rock from Mean Girls.
Oh, Mean Girl.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah, you can't beat that.
We should all perform that. We could.
I'll let
A
Lexi
holiday
and Laura,
edition?
you guys get a friend and you guys can do that. We'll record that for the next show.
We were thinking it'd be you, but okay.
All right. Well, Lexi, thank you for joining us from California. Have a great
Of
trip.
course. I will. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Laura, thank you. And Greg, thanks again. And we'll do this again. And appreciate you guys. Have a great day.
Sick.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah.